Hey parents, happy Friday. I am so glad the sun is out and we are wrapping up this week. I just wanted to touch base and let you know what we've been doing in ELA and social studies. So the beginning of the week, we actually had air testing, which took up a majority of our language arts block. We had air testing for math, which we hold during the ELA time. Kind of confusing. But we did some work with an article about the Titanic in Scope Magazine. So we had shortened class periods. So we read the article together on Tuesday. And then it was all about, would you go back to, would you visit the Titanic? And there's a big debate over whether or not that's a good idea. Some view it as kind of a memorial and like a burial site for those who lost their lives during that event. Others think it's a great chance for science and exploration and learning. So we read the article and then we spent some time prepping an argument and where we stood on that side of the issue. Then on Wednesday, we watched a documentary called Back to the Titanic. And it's all about people that were diving back to this site and seeing really what has happened over years and years of like bacteria and things that are degenerating in this dive site. So it was pretty fascinating. We had some really good conversation about that. And then yesterday and today we got back into author study in the second bend of our unit. So we did lessons 8 and 9. And we talked about how like these little small detail moments in stories can really reveal a lot to us about our characters. Switching gears, social studies, we had left off with talking about economic development and how world leaders are given large amounts of money, but they have to make decisions with that money. And those economic decisions don't please everyone, and there's often consequences to those decisions. Some of those consequences happen immediately, and some happen many years down the road. So we took some time looking at an example, kind of a case study, really, of the Three Gorges Dam, which is in China. It's the Yangtze River and is the largest dam in the world. So it's all about how they harbor the water of the Yangtze River and use it to provide hydroelectric power to the cities of Shanghai and other cities around China. And while this sounds like a great idea because it's clean energy, there were also some major consequences with the building of that structure. People were displaced, natural habitats were ruined. So we also kind of took this idea of debate and choosing sides and talked about economic consequences to kind of dig into that a little bit more. We found some great documentaries. So we've been watching a lot about the Three Gorges Dam just to familiarize ourselves with the topic and with the area. So we'll continue to talk about that just a little bit more at the beginning of next week. And then on Tuesday next week, the students will have an economics quiz. They are fully prepared for the quiz, and I am going to let them take it in partners. So, what else? Midterms. It is kind of midterm time of fourth quarter, which is awesome. We have 5 weeks left. Not that I'm counting. And if your child has a failing grade in ELA or social studies, I did send an email home this week just notifying you of that grade and maybe some missing assignments. If you didn't get that email from me, great. You can still get on PIV and check your students' grades or have your student log into their own progress book so they can check the grades with you. I think that's even better. Let's see, what else? Student shout outs. Let's do those real quick. In first period, it goes to Lily Rapp. She helps take good care of our classroom every afternoon, and she's also just a great leader. So I'm very proud of Lily. And then in the afternoon class, it goes to Jack Vilvins. He has worked so hard this week and been so academically focused. I just really love the new attitude that I've seen. So congrats to both of them. Lastly, I am doing a Scholastic book order, my last one of the school year. So please get on to Scholastic. I've put the code in the email, our class code. Type that in. We get some cool bonus points for that. And you can get your kiddos some great books for summer to torture them or help them with their summer reading. So that's all I have. Have a beautiful weekend. Get outside, get off your devices, and just go enjoy. Take care.